Hi, this is chapter 17 of the book Fish in a Tree. It's entitled Misfit Lunch. I watch Albert sit at his desk and stare at the pages of a book. I know he's not reading. His eyes don't move at all. I see he has a new bruise on his jaw. I decide I'll go over and talk to him. "Hey," I say. He looks up. Then something comes out of my mouth that I don't expect. "Do you want to sit with Keisha and me at lunch?" "Why?" "Well, you sit alone, and we sit alone, but together, too. So I thought we could all sit alone together." That isn't a logical conclusion. Clearly, if we're all together... Yeah, I interrupt. I know, it was a joke. "So, do you want to?" "Well, I suppose so. I guess I've got to eat somewhere," he says. Albert leans his chair back and shakes his empty carton of chocolate milk to let the drops fall on his tongue. "I wonder who decided that half a pint of milk was enough. Why don't you just buy two?" He puts his chair down and stares. "Can't you just ask your mom for extra money in the morning?" I say, readjusting my fake sling. This thing is a pain. I don't have to ask for money. It's kind of prepaid. And then I realize all at once. Of course. How stupid can I possibly be? Albert doesn't have many clothes. He gets a ticket from Mr. Daniels every morning. I guess I never thought about it before. He must get one of those free lunches. I hope I didn't upset him. So I say, "I'm sorry." "About what?" he asks. Well, that you get free lunch." He shrugs. "There are worse things than a free lunch, I mean." "Yeah, I guess." It disturbs my mom, but my dad says he wants to leave his mark on mankind with one of his inventions. And she said he should get a real job. They fight about it a lot, actually. I'm really surprised that he told me that. I decide I'll never tell a soul about it. "Hey," Keisha says, sitting down. "Hey," I say, and Albert nods. "So, Albert," Keisha says, "I watch Star Trek, because you're always spouting off about it. The special effects are not that special. Kind of pathetic, actually. Like a first-grade puppet show." Keisha says. Albert looks horrified. Keisha laughs as she unwraps her sandwich. "Yeah, I knew I'd get you with that one," she said. Shay's voice arrives before she does. "Look, Jessica," she says as they walk by. "It's the island of misfit toys." "Yeah," Jessica says. "It's like a six-legged freak." Shay laughs, and Jessica looks proud of herself. "Those girls are like walking pricker bushes," Keisha says, taking a bite out of her sandwich. "Don't let them bother you." "They don't bother me," Albert says. "Doesn't bother you at all that she called us misfit toys?" I ask. "Doesn't bother me," Keisha says. "That girl can flap her gums about me until the sun rises and sets again. I really don't care." I wish I didn't care. I wish I wasn't jealous of Shay and all that she has. Albert is wide-eyed. "But why are the toys all misfits? Square wheels on a train can be fixed easily enough." Albert has his most serious voice turned up on high. "What's wrong with the doll anyway? Why is it a misfit? It seems to adhere to the standards of a typical doll." Wow, he's in full professor mode. "The Charlie in the box," he continues, "is just like a Jack-in-the-Box in every way except for its name. Something is not a misfit simply because it has a different name." "That isn't true," I blurt out. He looks shocked. I suppose he isn't used to being corrected. He holds up his milk carton. "Suppose I say this is orange juice. Does it change what's inside?" "That's different," I say, thinking that the milk will feel like it's orange juice if it's told that enough. It's the same principle. I think of the words like dumb and baby, and I think of how wrong Albert really is. "What about the cowboy?" Keisha asks. "He rides an ostrich instead of a horse. That's gotta make him a misfit." It's illogical to say he's a misfit just because he chooses a different animal. provided he can carry out his cowboy duties. Albert, Keisha says, how can you possibly say cowboy duties with a straight face? I don't understand, he says. Keisha's forehead touches the table, and he continues. Especially when you consider that ostriches run faster than horses. They require less water to drink and can use their legs and feet as weapons. They are fierce kickers with sharp claws. I, for one, would trade a horse for that. That's just logical. Then I think if someone hung a sign on me that said anything, having that sign there wouldn't make it so. But people have been calling me slow for forever. Right in front of me, as if I'm too dumb to know what they're talking about. People act like the word slow reader tell them everything that's inside. Like I'm a can of soup and they can just read the list of ingredients and know everything about me. There's a lot of stuff about the soup inside that they can't put on the label. Like how it smells and tastes and makes you feel warm when you eat it. There's got to be more than me. Than just a kid who can't read well. That is the end of chapter 17. My question for this chapter is, why does Albert get a free lunch? And why does Allie decide to never tell anyone about it? Write your comments below. I'll see you for our next chapter.